Totem poles are found in Ennio Morricone is famous for which of these might suffer from which of these songs was in Spanish? Which of pine nuts are a common ingredient? Which of these celebrated fashion designers was born? Which of these numbers the seated half spine? Which of these capital cities is farthest? In Brazil, what is a machixe? In fashion, which of these? Cardiology deals with which of these? In darts, what number? Which of these composers wrote? What film was known in the overseas highway? The action of which of these muscles is involuntary? Which of these is a word for a prehistoric? Hong Kong Sevens is a version of which? The folk hero called? What nationality is the who was the first Hollywood film? An eagle's nest is known as which of the? Which of these cities? Course officials at a motor race are? What was the name of John Lennon's? What type of musical instrument is the bouzouki? Which Asian country? Which of these birds lays the largest? In golf, drivers and putters are types of what? Which cartoon duo is made up of a squirrel and a moose? Where on the body is a mantilla worn? What was the nickname of 60s rock and roll star Dwayne Eddy? The Rose d'Or is an international festival in what field? The Rose d'Or is an international festival in hydropower. Solar and wind are renewable sources of what? Which Argentine golfer is nicknamed El Pato or the Duck? The Egyptian god Khepri had a head of what insect? The film Cruella is inspired by what children's novel? In cookery, agar is a vegetarian substitute for what? The composers Verdi and Wagner were both born in what year? How often does a polycarpic plant flower and fruit? What color are the letter G's in the Google logo? The comedy TV series Maverick took place in what setting? Detective Hercule Poirot retired to grow what vegetables? Detective Hercule Poirot retired to grow what vegetables? Richard Arkwright was a leading light in what revolution? What parts of the body are the cause of cramp? Which famous singer has a daughter called Tamla? John McEnroe played Bjorn Borg in how many Wimbledon finals? What is Marge Simpson's full first name? What two-word slang term describes swimming while naked? What are ankle grazers? Which city is the capital of West Bengal? Built by Honda in 2000, what is a simmer? What country's currency is known as the almighty dollar? The Road to Films starred Bob Hope and which other actor? What Canadian city is home to the Blue Jays baseball team?